marveled at the wonders of the world around them.
They were transfixed by the power of volcanoes.
Ooh, lava!
They pondered the change of seasons.
After the long cold winter, the leaves and flowers begin to bloom again. And in the summer, it's really hot, and you can go to the beach and build sandcastles.
And they are amazed by the stars that lit up the nighttime sky.
And so the citizens of ancient Greece created gods and goddesses, each with powers, each with a story, to explain all of life's mysteries.
The gods and goddesses all lived together on Mount Olympus.
A mountain so high that no human could see their activity.
At the start, there was Gaia.
I am Gaia, source of all life. I came out of the darkness so long ago that no one knows how and no one knows when.
There was her grandson Zeus.
I am Zeus, the most powerful of all the gods. My weapon is the lightning bolt, and with it I can govern the sky and earth and secure my place as the most powerful of all the gods.
He's all about that bolt, about that bolt.
More thunder!
Zeus had two brothers.
I am Poseidon, god of the sea. My weapon is the trident. When I strike the water, the waves rise up high in the sky.
I am Hades, god of the underworld. My weapon is the cap of invisibility. When I wear it, I can run around and sneak up on my enemies.
Zeus had three sisters.
I am Hera, goddess of marriage and family. I'm also Zeus's wife.
I am Demeter, goddess of fertility. I tend to the fields of flowers with my daughter Persephone.
I am Hestia, keeper of the hearts and tender of all the fires of the world.
Zeus shared his throne on Mount Olympus with his brothers, sisters, and all their children. Together they served as the major gods of ancient Greece.
You should have seen their family reunions.
I am Ares, son of Zeus and god of war. I am always very busy and have my sword and shield by my side.
I'm Aphrodite, the goddess of love. People love to paint my picture. I am Hermes, herald and messenger of all the gods. Hey, I just bring the news, I don't make it.
I am Persephone, daughter of Demeter and goddess of spring. It is nice to be back from the underworld, but more on that later.
I'm Athena, god of wisdom and art. I'm a real headache to my father Zeus.
I am Apollo, son of Zeus and god of the sun. You can thank me for all your lovely tans. I'm Dionysus, the youngest of the gods and the god of wine. I'm so popular that I get invited to all the parties and celebrations. The gods and goddesses had a wonderful time on Mount Olympus. They feasted on ambrosia and nectar, which heighten their mortality. Eat up.
Along with all their godly powers, the gods and goddesses had mortal flaws as well, such as jealousy, curiosity, and greed.
The people of ancient Greece worshipped these gods and did their best to keep them happy.
They believed that if there was a thunderstorm, the gods were in the middle of a heated argument.
What?
And if it was sunny, that meant the gods were getting along.
Though the humans could never climb Mount Olympus, the gods would often go down and descend to earth and disguise themselves as humans or animals.
They were mischievous gods and couldn't help but cause trouble.
Who, us?
Today we share our 4 stories, all of them lessons about what happens when you anger the gods.
We proudly present the Greek myths.
The myth of Arachne. Athena was the daughter of Zeus, after Zeus swallowed her mother, the goddess Midas. Athena sprang forth from her father's head, fully grown and wearing the armor and helmet that her mother had made alongside Zeus's body. Athena was wise and strong, the goddess of wisdom and Zeus's favorite child. My dear Athena, you are my most treasured child. I will grant you any wish you desire. Just simply ask and it shall be so. Although I am the goddess of wisdom, I long for creativity as well. Kind Father, bless me with the gift of archery, and I shall be content. Zeus kept his promise, and Athena became a master of craftsmanship and the goddess Taurus. She was the inventor of the loom and presented her gifts for all mankind to enjoy. With this invention, I shall be able to create the most exquisite tapestries using colors from the universe and threads spun from the softest clouds, red from the sunset and blue from the night sky. Everyone in Greece worshipped the artistry of Athena, until one day, a young maiden, the proud Arachne, challenged the goddess.
Excuse me? Who dare challenge goddess Athena?
Patience, please. I'm just getting to that. Arachne was a girl who lived in Lydia, famous for its purple dye. Her joy was weaving, and she wore the most beautiful clothes anyone had ever seen.
Look at my craftsmanship. I can make men weep at my artwork and at the skill of my hands. I'm the greatest weaver in all the world. The greatest since the world began, no doubt. In fact, call me crazy, but I think I can weave better than Athena herself.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Oh, yes, I did.
Athena heard this, of course. The gods were always very quick to hear criticism, and even swifter to act against it. Athena was hurt and dismayed by Arachne's words, for she truly cherished mortals and only wished for their betterment. However, this disrespect could not go unpunished.
Poor child, you don't know how foolish you are.
Athena disguised herself as an old woman and went down to earth to Arachne's house. She met with Arachne and gave her the opportunity to correct her mistake.
Your work is beautiful, child. You dare compare yourself to the goddess Athena. Why not be content and be the best among all the mortals and leave the jobs of the gods to the gods themselves? Because I'm better than the gods. Let the goddess Athena measure her skill against mine.
And with that, the goddess Athena threw off her disguise.
Foolish Arachne, you are a vain girl. I am the goddess Athena, the very goddess you have dared to mock. Your wishes come to pass. Sit at your loom and let us compete. Your own villagers will be the judge and jury. 7 days from now, you will set your loom at your place, and I will set at mine, and we shall have a contest. If you win, I shall refrain from any punishment. If it's your life.
On the day of the competition, Arachne and Athena sat at her looms to begin their work. For days the two spun their crafts. The villagers came from near and far to witness this conniving sight. Through Arachne's loom produced a rich and beautiful canvas. But it was no match for the goddess Athena, who seemed to weave the very sky into her fabric.
Dear goddess, forgive me for my vanity. It is true you are the greatest in craftsmanship. Please spare me my humble little life.
I take pity on you, Arachne, for though you are a proud girl, you're in fact talented. I shall spare your life. But since you seem to enjoy weaving so very much, you must spend the rest of your life weaving forever, so that you will never forget the fate that befalls on those who challenge the gods.
And with that, Athena changed Arachne into a spider.
Go on, foolish girl. Spin your thread and weave your empty net forever!
And that is why spiders are called arachnids, by those who know them best. The myth of Io. The grandest and loudest arguments on Mount Olympus always took place between Zeus and his wife Hera. Hera was the most powerful and splendid of all the goddesses.
Oh, stop, narrator. You're too much.
But she was also the most jealous of the goddesses, and she was fiercely suspicious of her husband.
Good morning, my dear. And where are you off to so early?
I'll be taking another trip down to Earth today. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Earth? Whatever for?
Why? Just to check up on the fields and pastures. Want to make sure Demeter has all the fertility under control.
Will you be long?
No longer than usual. See that Mount Olympus is taken care of in my absence. Hera was not fooled by her husband, and knew his trips to Earth were to visit his many mortal wives. For Zeus, as mightiest of gods, made it a priority to have many children. The more children Zeus had, the more powerful his reign would be. Hera decided right then and there that she would put a stop to it.
I will follow him this time, and my wrath will be felt on all the land.
In truth, Hera's suspicions were well founded. On this particular day, Zeus had decided to visit one of his wives, a beautiful mortal named Io.
My dear Io, you are the most beautiful of all my mortal wives. And you are the mightiest of all gods. How privileged I am to be your wife.
Their polite conversation was interrupted when Zeus noticed Hera in the distance, fast approaching, the rage of fire burning in her eyes.
My dear Io, forgive me for what I'm about to do.
And with that, he quickly turned Io into a cow.
Excuse me? What did you say? Please, my love, you must trust me. Hera's on her way, and if she sees you, you will feel her wrath for all of eternity, and that's a very long time. No! Don't be afraid. I'll take good care of you. No.
Oh, my darling husband. Surprised to see me?
My darling wife, how good of you to come to Earth and check on me. It must be that you've missed me terribly.
Yes, that's exactly the reason I came.
Well, not much to report, unfortunately. The pastures are doing well, and look how beautiful and healthy these cows are. Moo,
Beautiful indeed.
moo.
But Hera was not fooled. She knew the trickery of her husband, and so she decided to play a little trick of her own.
In fact, now that I think of it, it is the most beautiful cow I have ever seen. I have never seen one so white, with such dark, exquisite eyes.
Moo.
May I keep her?
Keep her? But my dear, you're an all-powerful goddess. What would you want to do with the silly little cow?
Are you denying me my wish, Zeus?
Zeus was trapped. He knew he would have to either grant Hera her wish or confess, and so he gave Io the cow to his wife as a gift.
Your wish is my command.
Thank you. I will take extra care of this precious little gift. You can go now.
I'll just be back on my Olympus then.
Deep down, Hera was still enraged. Of course she knew that Io was a cow transformed from a beautiful maiden, and so she chained the poor cow to a tree in a remote pasture and summoned for her trusty servant Argus.
Argus! Argus! Argus!
Argus, at your service.
I need you to keep your eyes on that cow. Are you up to it?
Am I up to it? I'm the greatest watchman in all the land. I have 100 eyes covering my entire body, and I never shut more than half of them, even when I'm asleep.
Well, from now on, you're not to shut any of your eyes or turn away from that cow.
Trust me, I got my eyes on it.
Poor Io, she was trapped, forced to walk on all fours, eat grass, and move for the rest of her life. Meanwhile, Zeus took pity on poor Io, but fear of his wife's wrath prevented him from daring to help her. At last he called for his son Hermes, the official messenger of the gods, and the craftiest of all his children.
Hermes! 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 Hermes, use your cunning to find a way to free poor Io. But under no circumstances can you let Hera see what you're up to.
Your will is my mission, Dad.
And so Hermes traveled to Earth and disguised himself as a shepherd. He walked up to Argus and Io, playing a beautiful tune upon his shepherd's pipe. Argus, having nothing to do but watch a cow all day, was delighted to hear some music.
Welcome, welcome, good friend. Boy, are you a sight for sore eyes. I'm a tired old shepherd. I've been traveling for many days. May I rest by you for a while and keep you company? Do, please do. Tell me, good shepherd, where are you from? It's interesting you should ask that. Where should I start? Many years ago.
Hermes began to tell Argus a long and boring story.
And then I counted all the grains of sand on the shore. 1, 2, 3, just to see how many there were. 4,
5, 6. It had no point in knowing. And one by one, each of Argus's eyes began to sleep. And then I started watching this tiny slug move very slowly. Inch by inch by inch by inch. And after a long while, the last of Argus's many eyes finally shut. Hermes had bored him to death. Once Argus's eyes were no longer watching, Hermes threw off to the skies and quickly freed Io.
I can move! Holy cow! Io, I am Hermes, son of Zeus. He has taken pity on you, and so I set you free. Run home to your father and never speak of this again. Thank you, Hermes. Thank you for giving me my life back.
Hera was furious when she returned to find Io had been set free and that her beloved servant Argus was bored to death. Zeus!
Yes?
He brought her wrath to her husband, who pretended once again that he had no idea what she was talking about.
My dear, if this means so much to you, I will make it up to you. Hermes, could you please find my dear wife another cow?
Yes, Dad.
I don't want another cow. I wanted that cow. I know you two are behind this. And if I ever find proof, you will pay dearly. My dear Argus, so that you will never be forgotten, I will place each of your 100 eyes on the tail of the peacock. From now on, it will remain the most beautiful bird on earth.
And that's how the peacock inherited its colorful feathers.
The myth of Pandora. While the gods sat upon Mount Olympus, feeding on nectar, there was a young Titan, Prometheus, who yearned to make the world of mortals wiser and better than it had ever been before. There came a time when Prometheus challenged Zeus and asked him why he refused to give the human world fire.
With fire, humans will be able to warm themselves. They'll be able to keep themselves warm and cook their harvest to nourish their families. Without it, they're no better off than the beasts.
Fire is for the gods only. It is far too powerful for those lowly mortals. They will only misuse it, or worse, they'll become strong and wise like us. And after a while, they might drive us out of our own kingdom. Sorry, but the answer is no.
And what if I asked Hestia directly? Surely she'd listen to reason. After all, she is the keeper of the herd.
I've given you your answer. Do not cross me, Prometheus.
But Prometheus was a proud Titan, and he was determined to help the mortals, so he climbed up to the top of Mount Olympus and stole an ember from the sacred hearth of Hestia. Prometheus gave fire to humans, providing them with new warmth, strength, and power.
I betrayed you. When I saw the mortals shivering at night, forced to eat raw meat, I had no choice but to intervene.
This cannot go unpunished. From this day forth, you shall be chained to this rock.
Forever.
Don't worry, it won't be so bad. You'll allowed to have visitors.
Zeus was also angry with the mortals for accepting the embers and decided he would punish them as well.
Let them
No longer would they live in the blissful shadow of the gods.
Let them keep their fire. I will make them 10 times more miserable than they were before they had it.
Since Zeus was a clever god, he devised a clever punishment. The punishment for mortals would take the form of a beautiful woman, the first woman on earth.
I will create a gift for Earth, a beautiful girl. She will look like our own Aphrodite and be blessed with gifts from each of the gods. Hephaestus, god of craftsmanship, I order you to mold this girl out of clay. Aphrodite, crown her with jewels and beauty. Athena, give her wisdom and craft. Apollo, teach her to sing. And I will give her the greatest gift of all, curiosity. And we will name her Pandora, which means means all gifted.
When Pandora was ready to be given to Earth, Zeus ordered Hermes to present her with one final gift.
Hermes! Hermes! Hermes!
I present to you, Pandora, your final gift, this beautiful box.
Gee, thanks. How did you know I wanted a box?
Take it with you to Earth, but under no circumstances may you ever open it.
Wait, why? What's inside this box?
Yeah, just promise that you'll never.
It's getting late. Earth must be waiting for me. Time to go.
And so, Pandora was placed on Earth. Zeus took vengeance by presenting Pandora to Prometheus' twin brother, Epimetheus. Prometheus had warned Epimetheus to beware of Zeus, but he was so struck by Pandora's beauty, he forgot all prior warnings.
Zeus, you are a gracious and forgiving God indeed, to present me with such a beautiful life. I thought you would have it out for me after my brother disobeyed you.
No worries. All is forgiven. Good luck with your new lives together. Trust me, you'll need it.
How I wish I could open it. I know I have everything I could possibly ask for, but if I could only see a tiny little glimpse of what was inside this box, somehow I know that my life would finally be complete.
I'm sorry, but I cannot let you. My brother betrayed the gods, and look what happened. It's for your own good, my dear wife.
It was not long before Zeus's gift of curiosity finally got the best of Pandora. She could no longer wait to see what was inside the box. In the middle of the night, Pandora snuck out of her house and crept into the garden. She carefully placed the box on the ground.
It's only a box. One small peek will do me no harm. Besides, who will ever know?
Carefully, Pandora took out a little key and opened the mysterious box of the gods. No sooner had she opened it than a terrible wind came forth, and out from the box flew a swarm of human miseries. Greed!
Mine, it's all mine!
Slander!
I'm not one to gossip, but a little birdie told me.
Vanity!
Enough about you. What do you think of me?
And all the other evils of the world that had been spared up until that moment. Horrified at what she had done, she desperately tried to contain the miseries and put them back into the box.
Pandora, what did you tell me? Close the box!
But it was too late. She had lost all of them but one. Pandora clapped the lid onto the box before Hope had a chance to fly away.
Hope. At least we still have hope.
So even though Pandora made her tragic mistake and released some miseries into the world, she was able to save Hope. And that is why, though the world is not perfect and miseries do occur, we still hang on to tomorrow, always filled with the hope that things get better in time.
The myth of Persephone. As the goddess of fertility, Demeter was in charge of all the fields and crops and assured the earth of good harvest and abundant life. Zeus was very fond of Demeter and appreciative of all she did for the earth, and so he made Demeter his wife. Together they had a beautiful daughter who they named Persephone. Persephone brought Demeter so much joy that she never let her daughter out of her sight. When Demeter went to the earth to look after her fields and trees, she brought Persephone with her.
Come, Persephone, my cherished child, let us sprinkle the flowers with the dewdrops of heaven.
Persephone was raised among the flowers and was even told that she looked like a flower herself. It was she who named all the flowers in the world.
Since you are as bright as the sun, you shall be called the sunflower. And since you are as delicate as the wind, I shall name you Daisy.
She would dance and laugh in the fields, and with her laughter came much happiness and sunshine from the gods. And it was this laughter that caught the attention of Hades, the god of the underworld.
Who dares to wake me up in the middle of my beauty sleep?
Now, Hades was known to be a gloomy and grumpy god, and one who kept mostly to himself, hidden in the caves of the underworld. But hearing the laughter of Persephone suddenly stirred love in his heart.
What is this strange feeling that come over me?
would never part with her beloved daughter, and so he devised a mischievous plan to capture the beautiful girl.
Mother, the sun is so high in the sky today. Please let me grow other flowers in the meadow.
Dear child, you know I desire to grant your every last request, but there is more danger in the world than your young heart can know.
Please, Mother, I promise I'll release them before dark. The flowers are so beautiful and plentiful. I promise I'll make the most beautiful crown for you.
Very well. But do not travel too far or rest behind the trees where I cannot see you.
Thank you, Mother. I'll do as you say.
But in her excitement, Persephone forgot to heed her mother's warnings. She strayed too far for her mother to see her.
Closer. Closer. Closer.
And here, in the flattest part of the meadow, the ground split open. In an instant, Hades reached up from the underworld and snatched the girl, dragging her down below. The ground quickly covered up the hole, and silence fell upon the land. Demeter realized instantly that something was wrong and called out urgently for her daughter.
Persephone! Persephone! Where are you? Come back! Persephone!
Persephone had vanished without a trace, and Hades led the frightened girl to his home in the underworld.
Do not be afraid, Persephone. You will be happy here. How could I ever be happy in a hole such as this, where the sun will never again touch my skin? I will give you all the jewels you could ever desire, a throne of black marble and all the jewels you could ever want. You shall be queen of the underworld. I have no use for gold jewels. I love the warmth of the summer air and the delicacy of the flowers. They are my jewels. I don't want to be queen of the underworld. I want to be with my mother. Enough complaining. What's done is done. You must remain with me here. In time, you will grow to be happy here. This might take longer than I thought.
In the meantime, Demeter had talked with all the birds and discovered what happened to her precious daughter. In a rage, she went to the god Zeus.
You know, I've always been especially fond of you, Demeter. I oblige the earth with water when the fields are thirsty. For what you ask of me now? Your brother Hades has captured our daughter and dragged her down to the underworld to be his queen. You must rescue her immediately. Justice must be had. Please calm yourself, Demeter. Though we've had our differences, my brother Hades is a powerful god. He will make a good husband for our daughter. I cannot demand such a thing of my own brother. But he has stolen her unfairly. I admit his wooing was a bit abrupt, but she'll be well taken care of. Anyone but Hades. Persephone is a flower child, a daughter of the morning. No ray of sunlight ever pierces the dark hole we call a kingdom. She will wither and die. Don't be absurd. She's the daughter of Zeus. She will survive.
And with that, Zeus dismissed his wife, tired of her pleading. But Demeter's sorrow was uncontrollable, and she wept day after day for her daughter. Weeks passed, and Zeus began to receive complaints from the mortals. Crops were dying, soil was dry, and no buds were blooming.
I realize I've not been entirely fair, Demeter. Can't we come to some compromise? As long as my daughter is away, I will weep. As I am the goddess of fertility, while she is gone, nothing will grow, no tree will bear fruit, no grass will spring. I will mourn, and the earth will become dry and cold as my heart. Somehow, I don't think that'll ease the mortals. Very well. She'll be allowed to leave Hades as long as she's not eaten any food of the underworld. If she has, you realize there's nothing I can do. I will send Hermes to rescue Persephone and bring her home to you. I am certain she has not eaten. Her soul will be too heavy to eat.
But in fact, Persephone had been growing weak with hunger, and though nothing grew in the underworld, there was one single tree that bloomed in Hades' garden.
Come, Persephone, and taste of my pomegranate tree. I'm sure you've never tasted such juicy fruit. It is very generous of you to share the fruit of your only tree. Perhaps I underestimated you after all.
In truth, the cunning Hades knew that once she had taken a bite from the pomegranate, she would never be able to return home to Earth's surface. Persephone had eaten 6 seeds when Hermes finally arrived to take them back to Earth.
Persephone, your father Zeus has declared that you are to return to your mother. Come with me, and I shall bring you home to the land bloom under the blessings of the sun.
Oh, thank you, Hermes. I knew my mother wouldn't leave me here for eternity.
But Hades interrupted before their departure.
Not so fast, my friends. For Persephone has eaten of the fruit of the underworld. Since she has eaten 6 seeds, she must remain with me here for 6 months out of the year. You may return to your mother for now, but I will see you again soon, my dear.
Hades smiled as he watched Persephone leave, for he knew that she would be returning to him. When Demeter saw her daughter again, she ran to her with joy.
My dear daughter, never again shall we be parted. Together we will make nature bloom all year round.
I'm sorry, Demeter, but that cannot be. She's eaten of the pomegranate, 6 seeds.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I'll have to return to the underworld for 6 months every year. It is my punishment.
My dear daughter, how I shall cry without you.
Do not cry, Mother. We shall be happy for the time that we have.
You've raised our daughter well, Demeter. She is wise beyond our years. Let us listen to her advice and put this drowning famine to an end.
Very well. When you are gone, when you are here with me, I shall be happy and smile upon everything, and the earth will bloom in my joy. But for the 6 months that you are away, I shall weep, and the earth will weep with me. During that time, nothing will grow, and the earth will become as hard and dry as my heart.
And that is why there are seasons, and why summer and winter are as they are. For when Persephone returns to her mother in the spring, the sun shines, and when she returns to Hades in the fall, the earth must sleep under frost.